Hi, I'm Pratik Singh. Namaste. Today's topic in hand would be Intelligent Git Companion, an LLM-powered storyteller for all your Git commits. So, who am I? I'm Pratik Singh. I'm a distribution engineer at GitLab. My team and I build all the packages for GitLab that helps customer to run our product on any environment that they want, whether it be VMs, whether it be Kubernetes clusters. Other than work, I'm an AWS community builder. I specialize into the containers section of AWS. If you want to connect with me, you can scan right over here. You will get all of my social credentials. If not, you can just Google my name Kitab29 and you'll be able to see me. Moving on. Today what we will discuss? Today we will be discussing about the problem. We'll be discussing the solution around it. We'll be discussing how did I architect this solution, and finally we'll moving into the demo. So without any further ado, let's get started. I have been working in the industry for the last 3 years and have been doing multiple jobs and internships for more than 5 years if I can recall. Git is the best helpful thing that I have found in the entire industry. It's so easy, it's so perfect, to be honest. But with the AI era that has started, we all can agree that the number of commits a team is making today has gone to a scale that was never even imagined. If you have used Claude Code or Open Code or something like that, you do understand that it's getting the product and the code is getting shipped at what an incredible rate. And to be honest, it's a very good time to be working in the IT industry. But what does the problem happens with all of this? You do understand that there is a context amnesia happening today. If you particularly as a developer worked on a feature for suppose on a Friday and then you took 5 days off, you as well as your LLM has lost all the context of what you were doing on Friday. You have very little clue and only source of truth for you is the code. You might have to go through multiple git diffs, multiple git commits to understand that what were you trying to do and what was the reason that you made a change. You understand that when multiple teammates come together to work on a single project, then it's really very difficult to explain each and every line of change that one has done. It's very difficult to keep up with histories and make the perfect git commit messages. In all of this, you do understand that reviews has also become very hard in today's world. Everyone can ship at whatever rate they want to, but there is still a part of review that has to be done by the seniors, by the maintainers, that allows the code to come into production. At that point, we still start to feel that yes, Git might be lacking something. We also see that documentation is not a part that developers usually prefer to do. It's something about writing release notes that is not very fulfilling, at least I would say for majority of the people that I have been working with. And apart from developers, I think one big problem with Git that I felt is that there is always a disconnect between Git and the business side of a product. The business people don't understand code, neither they should, but they don't even understand what is happening on the other side of the wall. I think there could be something done to really break this glass and shatter it into pieces so that developers don't have a context missing among themselves. It becomes easier for business to understand what is up, what is getting delayed, what was getting shipped into the next feature, and all of this comes together in the idea that I have tried to build. So the idea that I have started to build is called Git Chacha. In Hindi it means uncle, basically a person who helps you whenever you have no idea what's going on. So the GitLab repository for this, you can scan on this QR code and you'll be able to see the exact code and entire explanation. It has a perfect readme file on it, at least perfect in my opinion. I've tried to explain everything on it. but we'll go through every architecture and every changes in the demo and in today's talk as well. I can see many of you might have scanned this. I'm not saying that I am a hacker, but beware of scanning any QR code in today's world. Moving with the jokes along, what are the features that this project does? So first of all, understand that this is a Golang project. What I have tried to build is a Go binary, a simple small project which sits on the Git hooks of your project. Whenever you try to push anything, you can do your work as normal as you want to, and as soon as you try to push something onto your Git remote repository, whether it be GitLab or anything else, this is where the project comes in. What does it do? It will first of all talk to a local AI running on your system. So for my project, I have been using Ollama. You can use any other software. The whole idea is to keep the entire thing local so that your data is secure, your privacy is the utmost important in my opinion. I'm keeping everything local with the help of Ollama. You can use anything, any other LLM model that you want using Ollama, any open source model. If you have subscription to anything, you can very easily plug it in. It's just an API call that we are making. What it does, as soon as you put git push, it will go ahead, look at all the git differences that you have made. It will go through the commits, it will go through all of this. It will ask LLM to make a summary out of it, to explain as a senior software developer that, okay, what are the changes, what were the purpose of these changes, and once we have that data, it will commit a different JSON file with all of this explanation onto a different local branch or a different branch particular with your name. So it would look like Prateek Singh's intent, and that branch on Git would entirely only save what I have done, in which commit what I have done, and obviously once I have the commit SHA, I can track everything. But with that file, it has all the metadata to explain what were the changes done and why it was done, right? Moving ahead, I will show you how all of this intent that we keep on saving will help you create release notes. You can use GitLab issues or Jira or whatever you have to inculcate in this intent JSON as well. Let's get into the architecture, that what I am saying, how I am able to do it. So this is the first phase of the project. You can see everything would be running locally on your machine. How does it work? Once you have installed the Go binary from my project, it will be triggering whenever you do a git push with the help of hooks. It will be triggering execution path to my Go CLI. What will the Go CLI do? It will go take out all the summary of the git differences that you have done. It will ask Ollama, it can be a Mistral model, it can be a Gamma model, any open source model that you want. At step number 3, if you see, Git Companion binary will talk to Ollama that these were the changes that were made. Ollama will understand it. Ollama will tell you, okay, what does it mean? Once the changes are back to the Git binary, in the terminal as a user, you will see a Nano or a Vim editor show up to you, in which my Go CLI will tell you that, hey, this is what Ollama has told me. This is what we are going to save as your intent. If you as a developer can read it, if you want to make some changes, you can click and make some changes right over there. If not, it will take it as it is. Once it is approved, it gets saved onto a developer intent branch. All the changes that you have made on your files will be saved as it is. We are not touching anything on your files. We are not touching anything on your origin thing. But your intent, the intent JSON will be saved on a specific branch that would be called Prateek's intent. It could be called Dennis intent. It can be called Rahul's intent. And this is where we'll be tracking the intent of each specific developer. How does it look like on the server? So suppose I have 10 developers in my team, and all 10 of them have been saving their intent on the remote repository. How does it help me? How does it help my entire team? This is where the CI part of my project comes into picture. So suppose there are 10 developers that have been working on 10 different feature branches. Now developer A wants their changes to be merged into master. As soon as a branch gets merged into master, as soon as this is done, a CI/CD pipeline that I have created would get into action. What it would do, it would go check into the developer's intent branch. It will come use the commit SHA to get the context, the thing that your machine has created, or you can write it down, what were the changes. It will take all of it, and then it will create a master intent. So basically every change that gets merged onto your master branch, whatever it be, multiple commits, it can be one commit, for every new commit that goes onto master, you have a story included in it, that why was that commit made, what was the intent behind this commit. You can go ahead and you can include your Jira issues, your GitLab issues, all the links can be included in it, and you can keep it tracking very easily. How am I making the summary? You can use GitLab Duo, you can use again Olama on a CI/CD runner, does not matter. You can use an API call to your AI service, whichever you are using. It's all about taking multiple texts, summarizing it, and creating a clean summary that your master intent branch can have. Again, the master intent branch will be a separate and protected branch. No other developer can hamper it, cannot touch it, cannot push to it. So all of this would be happening independently, you would not be able to see. But this is where the point of business comes into picture. Business can just ask any LLM model or anything to explain what has happened in the last 30 days onto your master branch. Using the summary, any LLM can summarize that, okay, this is what has happened onto master, these were the related issues, these were the related work items because of which these changes were made. Let me take some time. So I threw a lot of theory away. I'm definitely sure a lot of the audience that are sitting today are not here for the theory and what I might or might not have done. So let's get our hands dirty, and we'll be looking into the demo, that how and what we have accomplished in this project. What does the project look like? The project, as I mentioned earlier, it looks like a simple repository. I have the Go file, which actually converts into the Go binary. I have the CI job, where we use a GPU runner to actually install Olama inside that runner and then use it. Again, as you can see, it's a simple URL. You can change it with OpenAI, Gemini, Claude, any integration or any service that you have already have set up in your company. I'm trying to keep it as flexible as possible, and this is basically what the CI file looks like. The Python file, again, for the master intent, is a very simple Python script. We are using the LLM API again to ask it to generate a summary, and once it has gathered all the developer intents, it will go into all of it. But again, sorry for the little bit of theory. Let's show it in action. Let's see how it works. So this is one of the projects that I work on my day-to-day job. This is a CNG project, and let's see how it looks like. So it looks something like this. So we have multiple files, we have multiple variables. Let's say for the demo purpose, we are upgrading the Postgres version to 18.3. As we all know that there can be multiple changes that I can do, but let's keep it short for the demo purposes. What I would have to do is that come onto the terminal and start my CLI. So once it is set up, it would look something like this. What you see over here is a retention policy that I have created. All developers' intent, every intent that is being stored, will only be stored for 90 days. You can change it, you can reduce it, you can increase it, is it up to you. But let's keep going at it. we will add the file. So I want to make changes to this file. I will create a commit upgrading PG version. As soon as I've done it, okay, there are some things that are coming up. Let me fix those. I think that should be fine, but let's make sure that this works. Okay, so once that is done, the commit is done. What I have to do up till here, it's a simple developer task. Now is where the CLI comes into picture. As soon as I put hit, you see there is something new happening. We see the Git Companion coming up. Right now what it is doing in the background is, whatever changes I have made, it took those changes, it asked an Olama service running on my computer, which is over here, it goes and asks to the LLM service to make a summary of it. Let's see what the intent says. So it is asking that the commit has introduced an upgrade to Postgres PG version from 17.9 to 18.3, which exactly we have done, which may affect compatibility for certain database configuration or third-party extension due to API changes and bug fixes. Additionally, the PG version has been kept consistent to maintain compatibility in UBI build environment. Basically, you understand, it is not only telling me that the changes has been done from 17.9 to 18.3. The LLM, the prompt that I have given for the LLM is smart enough to analyze that it might affect other files as well. And this intent will keep alive. What I can do right now is that I can edit it. Say I want to write something like yes. Okay, you can add anything if you want to. As soon as I save it, it makes a push. But this was not an ordinary push. Let's see how it looks at the repository level. So let's go to my version. You see there is a commit that has come in. Let's see into the files what the changes has been done. So I do see that the Postgres version has been changed. That is nothing new, that happens every day. But what is the fun part that has happened? You see there is a new branch that has been developed that is called kitub29 intent. That is my username which I put down in front of you. And this branch on the repository does not have any other files. It only has one JSON file. Let's see how does the JSON file looks like. The JSON files tells me that what was the commit, what was the commit ID, what was the working branch, at what time I have done it, who is the developer for it, and then it includes the intent, that what was done and what were the changes made is mentioned over here. This is how it would look like. I can add in the MR link as well. I can add in the issue links, the Jira issues, like multiple things can be added at this. And then again, you understand that this would be kept on a 90 days basis, 90 days retention basis. It will be deleted as soon as the 90 days time period is passed. Coming back from the demo, this is what I have tried to build. I have tried to keep it as flexible as possible. I have tried to make it all open source and you can plug in anything that you want. What is the future scope of all of this? The future scope, first of all, for me looks like that I would love to embed issues into it so people can see the Jira issues or the GitLab issues included with the changes that we are doing. Price as of now, because I'm just running an LLM and pulling it into a GPU CI/CD runner, price might be high because on the local system it's not a lot of price, but maybe on the runners it would be a cost thing. Redundancy, I think I would set up some more rules in the project to not make such kind of intent files for simple changes like readme changes or markdown changes or very simpler tasks that are happening. I would love to refine the prompt more. As of now, for the demo purposes, I have just kept us very simple. I would try to reduce the token usage because if I'm trying to keep it flexible for people to integrate their own LLM service, the token utilization is one thing which everyone is worried as of now. When it comes to the master intent, I would love to have some monitoring to understand that we are not pushing something very weird or which is something completely wrong into the master branch. These will be the future scopes of my project. Coming to the sad part of the entire presentation for me particularly, I'm so sorry I couldn't be there in Sweden for the conference, and I cannot answer to your questions as of now. But you can scan this QR code. You will see all of my social credentials. I have kept it open. My DMs are always open. Any questions that you all have can just message me, email me in any form. I would love to hear from you, hear feedback. You can open issues onto the project. And that's all from my end. Thank you.